区跨境登记上5学会的支持。
This is Milad Moazzenzadeh. I'm a founder and CEO at Driven Global Consulting. As I said, today is my honor to join to this great event. Again, Raymond to inviting me here to be with you. And I'm very passionate today to talk about Japan food and beverage market entry. As you may know, Japan is a great market for importers who wants to enter to the Japanese market. So I want to give you some highlights about the market situation right now in Japan and what is the best way to enter to the Japanese market and so on. But before that, I want to give you some brief overview about DGC or my company. So we are a business strategy consulting firm based in Japan. We support global SMEs and startups in various industries with different business consulting services. One of that consulting services is a market entry strategy service, which we support and help any foreign manufacturer, startups, SMEs who want to enter to the Japanese market, who want to establish their business in Japan, who want to develop their business in Japan, or who has some services or products that want to introduce and sell their services with our unique market entry strategy plans and also services. We support them. So on the other hand, also we support any Japanese startups and SMEs who want to go global and want to enter to the global marketplace. So our vision is to be bridge between Japan and the world. So we want to make the win-win situation for all businesses. And about me, I have more than 12 years experience in different fields of the business as a global entrepreneur. By today, I established 4 companies in Middle East and East Asia in different fields of the business and industry. 2 of them were in fashion industry. One of them was in product and supplement for livestock. And the 4th one, which as you see is a global business consulting. I have proven track in business successes in Europe, Middle East, and East Asia. I'm expert in global market entrance strategy and business model development. Based on that, by today, I've planned and execute more than 100 business projects in Middle East and East Asia. Also, beside that, I'm expert in value chain management, supply chain management, B2B, B2C, and marketing strategy, also business portfolio management. So back to our discussion and back to our great topic, which is Japan food and beverage market. As you may know, Japan is the 3rd largest economy right now in the world, number 1 in entrepreneurship. So it's open for all entrepreneurs globally to enter to the Japan, especially Tokyo, which is the most creative city in the world right now. So they're opening the hands for all global entrepreneurs that want to enter to the Japanese market. So also, as this picture is the Ginza, one of the best places in Japan that a lot of foreign companies are established here right now. So I want to give you a little bit insight about Japan food and beverage market status. For your information, right now we have more than 100 million adult consumers that they are decision makers, that they are paying for the products to buy it in the food and beverage industries. So you already have more than 100 million, adult consumers out of 120 million. It's a very complex and fragmented market. Besides that, the retail sales is by 2020, exactly at the peak of the COVID, it's reached to $394.6 billion, and import sales value was $63 billion by 2019 from foreign manufacturers. But this platform, Japanese market is always welcome, as I said, for foreign manufacturers, and it's a good place to enter. Why it is very important for them? Because Japanese food and beverage market relies on import. After 2010, the market has been changed in the food and beverage industry. A lot of limited resources came to production. Also, the cost of the production has been growing a lot. And on the other side, the Japanese consumer vision and mindset has been changed. They want to go uneaten, their diet has been changed. They really keen to consume foreign merchandise. For example, exotic foods. That's the ingredients that it's not in their food in categories. So these perspectives, these concepts, always to be considered from the foreign manufacturers these days. And if you, as a foreign manufacturers, has any partnership with any buyers in Japan, you will have ongoing business with them because they are very loyal. And if you provide a great service to them, they won't lay it down, and they will have a continuous business with you guys. So this is again a great opportunity for you. For other aspect that I can say, you can empower your brand image. If you enter to the Japanese market, if your product or service feasible to enter to the Japanese market, and if you can sell your products in any channels of the Japanese market in food and business industry, you can increase your brand image, which it is a great opportunity for you to go to the global market after Japanese market, because you can get credit. So this is a very important point and aspect. Please consider that in your mind. And for another reason that I want to talk about the players that dealing with the foreign manufacturers these days in Japan. There are a lot of players. I just, because of the time, I just highlighted due to our experience that working with them, also their performance, we mentioned in our categories, always they are very good in the Japanese market. So the first one, I want to talk about the importers, which the first player is a Dennis Group, Youki, Kataoka, Suzusho, Overseas, and Cordenwell. The overseas, they are the specialists and they are importers for Kalli's retail franchise shops in Japan. And Cordenwell, they are specialists in entering and introducing and importing a lot of wines, different categories of wines from overseas, and also snacks or other foods for the big retail market player, which is in Japan, which is Aeon, and also the Yamaya, which is a liquor shop and a snack shop. And other player here I can consider as a wholesaler. So there are a lot of corporations, there are a lot of big corporations, but due to their performance, I can highlight Mitsubishi Shokuhin. Mitsubishi Shokuhin is a big corporation. They have a very vast power and also vast strength to introduce a lot of foreign manufactured products to the Japanese market in food and beverage industry. Also, here is a Kukobo, which is very famous in wine, also the beverage and foods, also meats. They are importing that as well in Japan. They're specialists in importing.
那还有这个酷酷鸭手，那是在日本呢，都贩卖不同的食品产类，特别是在饮品上特别出色。
So the Yamaya, as I mentioned before, are a liquor shop specialists in importing different category of beverage from foreign countries, especially from
那你可以看到，其实在日本市场有很多不同的零售商在日本的，其实在日本来说呢，这个竞争还是有一定的程度的。
are from abroad, and they're high-end. Their customers are special. When you enter, you want something special. Maybe the price is a little bit higher than other places in Japan, and you can find most of them all around Japan as well. The one is Seijuishi. As you see here, there's a supermarket of, you can find it in the metropolitan, in metro station, anywhere in Japan. And it's very famous, and the quality of their products are great for food and beverage market. And Nishin World also, they're following as a high-end market as well. Natural House are specials in Tokyo.
日本人都知道它的。
In the Kanto area, also National Azabu, they're in the Azabu Bay. I think the 13 places of Azabu Bay, but they're very big. They're selling a lot of customers all around Japan. They are going to their shops or they're buying online from their website. And also at least the Kali, which is the coffee farm, they have.
那其实呢，这些零售商呢，他们不单只在日本市场里有这个实体店，他们同时间呢，因为这个疫情的发展呢，他们也不断去改善他们的网上零售。
Last but not least, I want to consider department stores. Department stores in Japan, they are focusing on the gift food and beverage products. Anyone who want to get any special gift for their, different ceremonies, different, events.
那最后一类呢，就是一些的本地的店铺。那他们其实这些店铺呢是很focus 在一个销售这个礼物的产品。还有他们还有一个特点，就是他们的产品通常都会比较昂贵的，因为他们的产品多数都是消费者的对象，就是一些买来去送礼的。
First floor, second floor, you can find the great brands like Louis Vuitton or the Prada, this kind of brands for fashion. And the basement floor, you can find the great supermarket, great players from foreign countries that they're introducing their products as a gift to the Japanese customers. So, but please note that all of these players, especially retailer and department store, they have their own distributor and importer in different fields. For example, the supermarket like Seijuishi, when they want to sell their wine of, for example, X brand of the wine, they have the specialists that they enter, and they have the special distributor that enter and import this product to their shops. And this distributor is different from the Tokyo area to another areas. Or if they want to, sell their sugar or snacks, they have another distributor. They are not working with just one distributor. They have many distributors because of the workflow, because their sale is very high and they want to ongoing products and businesses. I can say that, for example, for a supermarket like Seijuishi, we had a project before with them. The card that between just one supermarket from the inventory to their shelves is going on 17 times to give them the products to reload their shelves, because they have a very high sales right now in Japan in their niche and in their pace. So, but I want to give you some highlight as well, where you can find this kind of, retailers, importers, and where is the highest demand for different foreign manufactured food and beverage products. But before that, I want to say each region, each prefecture, city, and retail store has its own, again, importer and distributor. So, and due to our surveys, we found that there are two regions that you can find a lot of foreign products and a lot of foreign manufacturers there. One of them is Kanto, with 43.3 million population of Japan. As you know, for sure, the Tokyo, the most important part of that, Saitama, Gunma, Chiba, Ibaraki, Kanagawa, and Tochigi. Kansai also, the Kansai area or Kansai region, there are 24.37 million population. As you can find Kyoto, Osaka, Wakayama, Nara, Mie, and Shiga. But they are not just the regions that you can find the importer or retail shops for foreign merchandise. This is something general. It depends on your product. When you have your product in Japan, if you want to enter to the Japanese market, for example, the companies like us, we are, making the analysis. Where is the best place for you guys to start your business with, and where is the best place to find your distributor there? So, going on, I want to give some insight about Japan food and beverage market entry channels. There are a lot of channels, also, if you want to enter to the Japanese market. But due to our expertise and our workflow with different, channels, I want to recommend and highlight just three of them, and I will give some explanation on that. So, the first channel is through the importer, distributor, and agent. Importer, distributor, agents, they are players in Japan. They are, I can say, they are king. They are decision making to what kind of product is good or not when they entering as a foreign importer that you want to enter to the Japanese market. And this is a logical and beneficial way to enter Japanese market. This is very important way to enter to the Japanese market with this channel, because they can be your voice, your brand image, because they have their own way to introduce you to the Japanese market, and they're big and very powerful. And it is difficult to find them and convince them and negotiate with them, because finding a right distributor in Japan is one aspect, but if you want to convince them to buy your product, is a great plan and procedures, because they will put in different whys. Why we need to buy your products or services, and you have to pass those whys if you want to and work with them. So the best way to reach to this kind of channels, I'm an importer, distributor, agent, is partnering with a local facilitator or market entry consultant like us, because we can ease the way for you, and we can reduce the temptation when you are negotiating. We can help you, and I will explain more on that in the future for sure. And the second channel is the e-commerce. So you may know that also. Raymond mentioned that after COVID, a lot of opportunity comes through to the e-commerce market, and it's a powerful tool to introduce your product to the Japanese market, because right now, due to the surveys and due to the market share, the highest trend in online shopping in Japan is the food and beverage industry. It has the highest market share right now. People, consumers, they are buying through this platform or e-commerce market. The best way to work and to have your opportunity, have your product into this channel of the selling channel, is to tie up with the local e-commerce companies. Like a lot of companies there, but the top three that it's a platform for also foreign manufacturers are Yahoo Japan, Rakuten, Amazon company that you may know most of them. But if you want to use your platform, your website, or your application to penetrate the Japanese market, please don't forget to localize. I mean, you put your information about your products and your service in Japanese and make it as a Japanese style when you want to do that by yourself. And if you want to reach to the local e-commerce companies in Japan, the best way is to, again, partner with market entry consultant like us, because we know them we have business with them, and we can ease your way also. We can have a great connection with them, and with you, we can be the bridge with you and do the negotiation on your behalf and for your partnership. And the last channel is establishing your own company registered in Japan. Recently, Japan, as I mentioned, it's open for foreign startups, foreign SMEs, forein manufacturers to enter, especially in food and beverage market, to open their plants, open their companies, and establish their companies in Japan. But for sure, there are a lot of pros and cons. There are some negative sides, there are some positive sides, but I will highlight the most important part of that. The positive side of that is you have control on your business, because you are here and you can control your business and sell your products. You need to also, you can create more opportunities, sell more and earn more, because your company already established in Japan and you have your flag here as a flagship shop or flagship company. And you can empower your brand image, credibility, and attract more attention and trust than other, sales channels. But this great opportunity has some negative sides. It's costly in different parts as a registration and time consuming, because you have resources here in Japan. You need to have employees, you need to have administration, a lot of things. If you are ready to do that, is a good opportunity, but there's some costly, and also establishment, registration, and certification requirements, needs. So this is also another cost, complex regulation and legal examination. Each industry, each category of also the foods, they have special examination. And you need to have a knowledge on Japanese business culture and market. This is very important, because when you enter, the Japanese consumers look at you as a foreigner. So you need to know how to act with them, how to communicate with them. Even in the language is one part, business language is in different part. You have to have that knowledge of the market of Japan. And also, as I mentioned, communication and localization problem, which is it's a very important part, because it made trust for sure in your countries. Also, if any foreigners wants to establish their business, they have to have the communication and localization skills to be the successful, to make the trust with consumers. And you need to partner with a local partner support, like consultants, like like lawyers that proceed your procedures to establish your company. It's easier to than you started by yourself. So I want to jump into the initial requirements for foreign manufacturers. Japan is a strict market for food and beverage. There are a lot of requirements, but I want to talk about in a very primary stage as a foreigner before entering into the Japanese market. Please take a look at that, and please note that this is very important to consider these initial requirements and aspects. The first aspect is ingredients. Ingredients is the ingredients in the food is a player. It's very important, and based on the quality, it should be in the highest quality standard. Japan has the highest quality standard in ingredients. Because of that, any companies for food and beverage, once they enter, they can increase their brand image, because they got already highest quality standard. And this is the ingredients quality is important for Ministry of Health, Labor and Wealth, also customs, your importer, wholesalers, retailer, and end user. This quality is important, I can say, for whole value chain, supply chain system of the Japanese food and beverage market when you want to import your products. And there are a lot of measurement that you can, and examination that you can do that with different criteria that also we can help you if you need it. because we know what kind of ingredients are important and needed in the Japanese food and beverage market. And healthiness is the second part. Ingredients should be healthy. Japanese consumers are taking care of their health because they want even the very, very expensive food, but in a healthy way. They want everything should be in the healthy way, especially the imported part of the foods. And the taste, which is also the player in the ingredients part, and it's very important, especially for the time that Japanese consumer wants to purchase for the imported or foreign products. They like exotic taste. They like something, some taste or ingredients that they are not exist in their category of ingredients. They want something new and unique. They want something new in experience when they want to purchase different imported or foreign manufactured products in food and beverage. One survey we did it in 2021, especially after COVID, to see the taste value and taste diagram for different Japanese consumers. We understand more than 60% of the Japanese consumers, they like sweet and umami. Umami is like something between sour, sweet, and something unique. It's really great. It's like yuzu. It's very famous based on the taste. 47% they like salty. 31.7% they like sour, and less people in Japan they like bitter. 5.9. Even if you buy a bitter chocolate or black chocolate, it's not bitter. Honestly, it's just sweet with a little bit, bitter taste. And for the second part that I want to talk about, the packaging. The packaging is the most important concept for foreign manufacturers to consider. Package should be in high quality, well designed and standardized. Why I mentioned the high quality? High quality means when a company wants to, as a foreign company wants to produce and package their products to sell it in Japan, it should be in the category of standardized by Japan government, Japan consumer needs, and Japan, a way of standardized in the market. Even your bottle, even your can, even the box, the material is important, because the consumer, the buyer, when they take that box, they can understand the material is good or not, because they are quality conscious. They have knowledge about the food and beverage market abroad, and they know what kind of packaging is good. Even if you have a great ingredients in it, but if you don't have a great packaging, they won't buy it, because they say, okay, the outside is not good, so inside is worse than this. This is their mindset. And it is a reason for purchase for Japanese consumer. Decision-making unit for the Japanese food and beverage market is end users or buyers in the retail shops or anywhere. As I mentioned, they are thinking when they want to purchase something, even cheap, it should be in a great quality. They care about that, and they have knowledge, and it is very important for them. And also, based on the regulation, it is important for Ministry of Health, Label and Wealth and Customs and regulation approval, like different area of the governmental regulation subsidies in Japan when you want to import. As you see, for example, I put Kit Kat here. This is an imported product. It's natural in a different Japanese way. The quality of this product is very great. If you compare this product with the, for example, a part that produced in America or abroad, it's different. The packaging is honestly is better. The quality is better. So because the Japanese consumer, they are, taking care of their health, and they think everything starts from outside, and after that, it's inside. So I want to give you some general aspects on import distribute licenses. Licenses, for sure, you as a manufacturer in your home countries, you have got a lot of licenses. You got a lot of championships, certifications. You are in a high standard, aspect and steps. But Japan is different. Anything that you have, it's okay, it's advantage. But they don't care, honestly. Even FDA from America, even CE mark from Europe, they don't care about that because they have their standard system. But one important aspect here, as an importer, who, for example, as a foreign, company, if you have an importer in Japan, this importer will take care about all of the licensing and certification. You don't need to take care of that if you have an importer. You don't, and also they don't need to hold the import license before entering, because as much as they follow the requirements and have all notifications, labeling, documentation under the Japanese law, because it's a very big procedures. Maybe it takes 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. That depends on the customer and also the products that enter. You don't need to take any licenses. There are some exceptions. The one thing is a meat and dairy products and plant-based products. You need some special documentation from the country origin. These are, you can work on it with Ministry of Health and Labor of Japan. You can talk with them. And for the liquor and alcoholic product expansion, you need to have import license before entering. This is if you want to sell these products in Japan, you need to get that import license before entering to the Japan. After entering, the examination even start with your importer. So this is two, stage that you need to consider that. Also, for the distributor task, your distributor is responsible to follow the requirements for licensing for wholesale or retail. They have to do that. So this is not on your side as well. As I mentioned before, for the established company, if you are the importer or distributor of your products in Japan, for example, if you establish your company here and you have subsidies in Japan, you have to take care of all of the licenses under the Japanese law. Depends on the Japanese law, also your products. And it has, the categorized, you can go there, you can, do all of the licensing. It has a big process that maybe we will have another event, and I can consider that because it's time consuming. I want to, cover all of the aspects on that. And for the challenges and the solution as a foreign manufacturers that you want to enter to the Japanese market, challenges as a restricted country like Japan are too much. There are too many challenges, but for foreign manufacturers. But I just want to give you some important part that maybe give you insight before entering to the Japanese market. The regulation. The regulation is always a player. As I mentioned, in customs, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Agriculture and Food and Forestry, quality control, additive and ingredients check, safety check and packaging. This is the first challenge based on the regulation. Always think about that. First is the regulation in Japan, because they're open, but they're closed as well. They're restrict. They have their category and a standard to, to put it in front of the foreign manufacturers. The second thing is the product feasibility. You are a foreign manufacturer. You may sell your products all around the world in the best way. You are the best seller as your, in different dimension. You are a best seller in Europe, America, and Asia, but Japan is different because maybe your product doesn't have any feasibility in Japan. It means the product demands is low in Japan. This is a great challenge because you think I already have a great business and I have a great knowledge in the business, so I may have a great product also in Japan. Japan is in the same way, but it's not, it's wrong. Maybe there is no product demand, or your price is not fit with the Japanese market. So it doesn't mean your price is high or low. Even high or low, it means your price is not fit. You have to make that price fit with the Japanese market. And also your product is not competitive because the Japanese market and Japanese consumers, they like unique products. And if you can't be the competitive in the competitive market, so you are a loser, you can't enter. And after that, you have to change it. It means you need to have the knowledge how to change and become more competitive and disrupt this market. And after that is the market entry plan creation. The market entry plan is a very important part when you want to enter to the Japanese market. And it's critical for foreign manufacturer because they don't know, and it's a big challenge because they think they have a business knowledge and they want to, implement the same, concept and knowledge in Japan, but it's not like that. They're wrong. And they don't have the real Japan market information because the Japan market information, once you get it, it's from the surveys, the real surveys from your product in Japan. You have to have the real knowledge and real data based on the time. Everything on the internet is great, but you need, based on your product, you need the unique, knowledge and information. The fourth challenge is finding, selecting, negotiating with the right partner. It means finding the importer distributor agent is difficult in Japan because you have to find the right one because of the limitation of the opportunity. You have to work on that and you have to find the right one. And this is very challenging to negotiate with them, to get their trust. Also, I told you guys before, I mentioned that this is very important to make the negotiation, make the deal with them because they are restricted and they are very close. And they will open the doors after the trust, after the proposal plan that you are giving to them. And also the local partner is difficult to find, same as importer distributor agent. And Japan market entry is a long run. It's like marathon. It takes time. You have to be patient. It's a lot of preparation and procedure. It's kind of challenge for foreign manufacturers because they become tired. They think, okay, we are already successful in Europe, but what about why Japan? Japan is a part of the Asia, but it takes time, for example, 5 months, 6 months, or 1 year to enter based on your product and the market situation. And so you have to be patient and prepare yourself for that. And Japan business culture and communication and nature. Again, this is a big challenge for foreign manufacturers because Japan is different from all around the world. Japan is very restrict. They have their ikigai traditional mindset that you need to consider that when you want to work with them. So you have to be the knowledgeable. You have to have the knowledge of the business in Japan. So this is very important for them. So due to these challenges, I want to give you some general suggestions. First of all, I want to give you, please look for the local partner. Local partners, like, for example, market entry consultants like us or other agents, they can reduce the temptation between you and your partner or your buyer here in Japan, because we know the market very well. We know how to, disrupt the culture in the Japanese market, and we can ease the way for you in the fastest and the lowest cost for you that doesn't make any risk for you if you want to enter. And again, check your product feasibility under the regulation and market fit. This is very important. You have to think about that way. Is my product feasible to enter Japanese market? So this is a very vast discussion. I will give you some points on that later on. Also prepare you. Also, don't forget for localization. your website, your contents, your marketing, your promotion, everything should be in Japanese. You need budget to put on that. You need to think about that too. If you want to enter to the Japanese market, you have to localize yourself. You have to prepare on that side as well, and prepare yourself and be patient and respectful. You know, Japanese market is a fast growing, but the procedures are step by step. As much as you prepare yourself, your products will be in the shelf, in the safest part, in the shelf of the supermarket or stores in Japan. And being patient means maybe you compare this market with another market and say, okay, Japan is innovative, creative. Okay, so it takes time to enter, but all of the steps that you need to pass, it gives you a great credit before entering to the Japanese market. So be patient for that and prepare yourself. But think about the overview and the view of the consumers of Japan and behavior of that when they enter to the shop to buy a product of the foreign manufacturers. What are the resources they are compared? What are the aspects they are taking care when they want to purchase for a foreign manufacturer's product in food and beverage industry? The first thing, as I mentioned before, is a package. Information on the package and the labels and the quality of package. The information on the labels should be in Japanese and clear, should be clearly talk about this product. As you see here, is a Red Bull. It's in Japanese. Also, they have Japanese website here because they are taking notes of that. Okay, this is one point of trust. It's in Japanese. I can understand that because most of the Japanese people, they can't understand English, or if they can also for buying or purchasing and doing the business, they are taking care and they are really emphasize on that to be in Japanese. So the second part is online check. When they look at, the Japanese buyers, when they look at your products, they look at the information in Japanese on your website. They are looking for that. They can find any information in Japanese online because they will say that, okay, they respect us. So also they have their, information in the Japanese in their website. So this is very important for them. And look at the reviews about your products also online on SNS or any platforms to see what are the reviews. Again, in Japanese, they're looking for that, or if some cases, in rare cases, they're looking in English and translated in Japanese due to our expertise and working with them for many years. Also, the promotion story behind your brand is matter. The story that you already built behind your brand, based on your promotion, based on your branding, based on your brand image is very important. Please take care of that to be in to make it as a Japanese style contents that related and fit in the Japanese market. Also, for sure, they are talking with the store staff and they're looking for the comments and suggestions and to see because they trust them as well. And the price is the last thing that they're looking for. Price comparison. They are comparing your price with your competitors. It doesn't mean, again, your price shouldn't be high or markup or it shouldn't be in the low price as well, or it should be in the low price as well. So it means even higher price or inexpensive or expensive price, they're mattering of purchasing procedures when they want to buy something from you, because they, in some cases, they think the highest price means highest quality. So this is good, let's buy it. And in some cases, the highest and the lowest price is that the quality is not good. So you have to have the knowledge of that, how to pricing management, how to manage your price before entering to the Japanese market. Please take care of that as well. So based on all of these perspectives and challenges about the Japanese market, our company as the DGC, we support in different services for foreign manufacturers and suppliers who want to enter to the Japanese market. First of all, we can support based on the Japan market entry support procedures, which we help foreigners in terms of preparation and market entry, plan creation and execution. We will help them for localization, marketing, and content creation, package design and ingredients advice. And we will do the in-depth market research analysis and data creation to prepare them. As I mentioned, this is very important before entering. Also, we check their product feasibility under the regulation and market fit, because we have expertise, we know how to check it, and we'll give the advice if there is no feasibility. So we will give them, okay, please change your feasibility based on that and make yourself in the better area with these changes. The second supporting service for foreign manufacturers and producers, also suppliers in food and beverage industry, we help them to find a local buyer, and we help them for selection, that we negotiate with the local buyer. As for example, we help them to find a suitable importer, distributor, and agent, and we will negotiate with them and make the deal, because the process is very difficult. So we have credibility, also we have expertise. We'll find the best suitable one, and we will find the best match for them. We support them in terms of communication and import navigation and product launch. We will support any foreign manufacturers that want to enter to the Japanese market from the time that their products started from dispatching from their country until the time that launch in Japan. We'll support them and we'll give the report to them. Also, after launch observation and growth support, if they need it, we will help them to further growth, because working just with the importer and distributor, it doesn't matter. Maybe after sometimes they're in a one way, there is no growth. So you need the strategy to change your marketing and strategy and growth better in sales as well. Also, we have company establishment support from scratch to the high school. We will do all of the administration, or companies, lawyers, they are doing that. We do all of the planning and procedures. We give the all administration process, visa certification, licensing if it needed. We'll do that on your behalf. And also after establishment support for growth and other business operation process. Any need that on operation process, for example, for human resource, cost cutting, everything, that we will be there for you and we will help you. Also, if you want to make the partnership in an M&A strategy, we will support that. If you want to merge with any manufacturers or distributors as a partner, in the real partner, as putting two companies in one hand and merge with them in merger and acquisition, we will support them to tie up with a suitable local partner. For example, if you are an e-commerce market, if you are an e-commerce company in the food and beverage industry and want to merge with a local e-commerce food and beverage market in Japan, we will help you to support you to have this kind of relationship and have the business with them. And in any legal agreement, we are there for you and we will support you. And also, we will do the partner if you want to partner with the manufacturers, because this is a good way. When you do the partnership with the manufacturers in Japan, you can produce your product in Japan and sell it if you are aligned and if you can merge with them. So we have this and more than these services if you need it. And please join us and book your seat for 1 hour free consultation, because we are offering that for foreign manufacturers right now. If they want, they can book their seat for 1 hour free consultation. This is a QR code. If you want it, you can take it. And thank you for listening. And I'm here if you have any inquiry, if you have any question, I'm happy to answer. And thank you so much for your time and listening and your patience as well.
Thank you, Mr. Milad. Hi.
Thank you, Mr. Raymond.
Actually, we are doing your detailed speech, and we have one company from Indonesia. and
Yeah,
he has questions.
Yeah,
And,
sure.
I would like to try to invite him. Mr. Dodi, is it Dodi here? Because I have to find out the questions he asked you. Give me a time. It's a long time ago. So Dodi from Indonesia, I think he quite. I think most of us enjoy your speech.
Thank you.
and then
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
我们很高兴Mr. Milot 为我们分享这么详细的一个日本市场信息。然后其实我们当中，我们很欢迎现在如果有什么朋友、企业都想对日本市场有些问题，或随时现在直接提出，我们会如果有语言障碍的话，我们帮你翻译。So let's we find out the questions from Mr. Dodi. The question is.
Hello.
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 Dodi.
I'm sorry, I'm not unmute the speaker. So sorry.
Oh, by mistake?
Yeah, my mistake. I'm so sorry.
Okay, fine. You have
Thank you,
any
Mr.
questions about from Japan market?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Mr. Milot, for the time.
My pleasure.
That's a really great presentation for me.
Thank you
How
so
to
much.
enter the Japanese market. Okay. Our product is rendang based on the buffalo meat. I think this
Okay.
ingredient is a little bit sensitive in Japan.
Yes.
So I would like to ask if we have a partnership with the local Japanese company to produce our product in Japan. Is it possible without establish our company in Japan?
Without establishing your company, yes, it is possible.
Yeah.
It depends. Excuse me, just for the confirmation, you have the buffalo meat products. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Right?
We are using
So
from India. Yeah.
You are producing in India, but where is
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
No. The meat is from India. We are importing from India. So then we produce the meat to be the rendang product.
Okay, I got it. So this product is frozen, or what kind of it's?
No. It's ready to eat, not frozen. It's on the can.
I got
package.
it. So it is possible. It is possible to do that if you partner with, for example, foreign importer, distributor, or agents. They are good. The first step for you, I recommend to partner with this sales channel to introduce for your product easily to the Japanese market. I know, as I mentioned, it's difficult. We can support you because it's a ready-made product. So, and it is a high demand right now based on the ready-made product.
Okay.
I already have some customers. They have ready-made products because Japanese consumers, they are super busy. And they want ready-made products. So based on that, yes, this is a great opportunity. If you are eligible and your product fit with the Japanese market, should be in details. For sure, we can make a meeting for you if you want. We can sit down and talk about it in detail and give you the great perspective. As I mentioned, we have now consultation. You can book your seat by the QR code or ask my contacts from Raymond. Raymond knows everything about me. You can. I see the.
Such an honor.
Yeah, I see the opportunity for that because we have this experience already. 2-3 companies from Asia, we are helping them to enter, and also some European companies. Yes. Okay. Yeah, sure. Any other question?
OK，还有什么问题吗 ？OK， Milad, maybe we have one other lady from Italy. From
Okay,
Evelyn.
sure.
Evelyn is here. Evelyn Wong. Wong 小姐，王姐在吗？
Yes. Hi, Raymond.
Hi, Raymond. Evelyn, how are you?
I'm good.
来，
Good
我们
morning, everyone.
我们说一点
I'm
中文吧，因为
good.
我怕我们的中观众听不懂。你能
可以，我也会说普通话，没问题的。
你先说普通话，你说出你问题好不好？以后再用英语关。
没问题，就是主要想知道，就是在进入日本市场的时候，难度最大的是什么？然后这个问题就是说，我想知道日本人对于就是意大利食品，就是他们有什么，就是他们对这个需求大吗？然后还有就是这些意大利食品在日本有这个市场吗？然后最后一个问题就是有机的问题，因为我知道就是意大利的。欧盟的有机认证在中国是和台湾是不认可的，但是在香港是认可的。那我想知道在日本是认可吗？还是日本有自己的一些规定
Okay. Milad, I think definitely can speak both language, English and Chinese. So I find Miss Evelyn, you can speak English again to ask Mr. Milad, right?
Okay, sure, no problem. Good morning, Mr. Milad.
Yeah,
If
good
I
afternoon.
right.
Yeah, sure. Right now,
She's from Italy. She's from Italy.
Yeah,
so
great. Good morning, and very nice to meet
English,
you.
Cantonese, and Mandarin, so no problem. We can communicate in English. My question is, what is the most difficult parts for foreign brand products entering Japan market? And second is how Japanese think about Italian food products and Italian food products and the market in Japan. And last question is about the European organic label, because I have already export the Italian food products to China and Taiwan, but the European organic label is not.
Excuse me, just I didn't get the 20 seconds of your speech because your voice wasn't clear. Sorry. Can you please? Yes, sorry. Can you please?
Okay, so let me do it. First question: what is the most difficult part?
So okay, I will go step by step. The first question
one by one.
First of all, entering to the Japanese market for food and beverage it depends on the product that you have.
Mm-hmm.
If we put it in the category, we can say, for example, if you have meat, it's different difficulties. And the second, things, if you have dairy products, is another difficulty. Everything, Japan is open, but it's restrict as well. This is because of that complex. So the most part, I can put it in two categories. The one is product feasibility, that you are feasible under the Japanese regulation and the market. This is the first part. The second part, your partner in Japan. Finding and negotiating with any local partner in Japan, maybe you can search on the internet and find them. Oh, this is a great match for me. They have Italian food. They are importing from Italy, so they are a very great match. But when you start to talk to them, if you are lucky, you will get the meeting time with them. This is the first thing, because the trust is between you and them. So I can consider that in these two, aspects are important. Second, first one is product feasibility under regulation and product market fit. Product market fit, as I mentioned, maybe your product is not fit with Japanese market. Maybe it's no longer needed, and you can sell it here if it is not, and nobody's buy it, because importer knows about that. And second part is finding the right distributor is very difficult. It's temptative. It's a long run. So yes, due to my expertise and due to my experience that I'm working right now with European countries also and companies in food and beverage. These are the most difficulties. But the good thing, they have the mindset, the European style foods, or the foods from Italy are good, because there are already a lot of Italian restaurants in anywhere in
Oh,
Japan.
nice to hear.
Yeah, the culture of that is here. So they have this mindset. There are a lot of Italian sauce, Italian style of, you know, pizzas or spaghettis. So you have this, you know, opportunity to enter, but you need to know how to enter. It depends on your product. What kind of products do you have? Sorry, can I know?
Pasta, olive oil, truffle sauce, coffee,
So
wine.
okay. So they are normal products. They are
Yeah.
not extraordinary products. They are not new to the Japanese market. If you can make the disruption, if you can make your product in the unique way that we are a little bit different with other products in Japan, because already a lot of olive oil, you know, a lot of pastas, you know, a lot of, you know, Italian products here. They think, okay, this is unique in different way. Their quality is better. Or for example, they're organic, more natural, more healthy, or their promotion is great, or their pricing system is great. There are a lot of things that you can consider, and you can also for your product, I can see the possibility, an opportunity for that. And you mentioned this third question. What was that?
Yes, the third question is about the European organic labels.
European organic label, you mean, on your product? Is it important in Japan, or is it okay? As I mentioned, as if you have you have got the organic certification, and because of that you have the label, a mark on your products. It's a great advantage. Honestly, this is a great advantage. But when you come to the Japan say, oh, this is great, but okay, please get the organic certification under the CAA regulation program in Japan, and Ministry of you know, Agriculture, Forestry,
like Taiwan
and Food.
and China. Yeah, I got it.
Excuse me, I couldn't hear you.
No, just like Taiwan and China, because they have their own government body.
Yeah, they are like that. So it's safer for them. It's safer for them to do that. But it is not a hurdle. It is not a big obstacles if you want to get it. You know, as I mentioned, if you have an importer, they will do that for you. You don't need to, you know, worry about that. But they have power when they see that organic mark. They say they already have in their countries. So we have this, you know, power and product feasibility that we are doing for you. We are checking with the customs and all regulation process. And beforehand, before even introducing you to the, you know, importers, because we want to see the proof that this, you know, this company in Italy, they are, you know, already approved by the Japanese government based on their ingredients. So this is a good opportunity for you to get a lot of importers. So this is not a big issue, but I can see the market in it, and you can enter it. But there is a lot of process that you need to take care of. And if you need our help, for sure, we will help you.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's contact later. Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you, Elena. Milad, I think thank you very much for today. And
thank you so much.
You have a great speech for us, and then everyone happy with that. And then I think some of the people still have already left a message to me and then ask me your contact. And I think most of them be your fans. So you have fans now. Oh, so great.
Yeah, all of them are welcome. They have a great partner in Japan. We are on their behalf and we will support them. Don't worry. For sure, my contents, I can share it as well on, you know, chat. You can have it. And for sure, this is our pleasure and honor. Thank you, Raymond.